join me, Justin, and I love a fast little hatchback, also known as a pocket rocket. The only problem is a lot of the hot hatches that were once pocket rockets are now quite big. So the Swift Sport has always been a favorite of mine because it's kind of like true to the old recipe. Small, fun, practical. It's made fun more accessible. You see, with a lot of these other cars, like the Golf GTIs and the Gans and whatever, the fun is all the way on the top shelf. You need to dig deep with inside of you to conjure up the courage to fully exploit those cars. Whereas this, you don't. It's readily available. And what Suzuki has done with this specific model is they've made it more accessible to people that want a fun car but are not necessarily hardcore petrol heads that want to drive and want to clutch. This is an automatic. Yeah, it's a little 6-speed automatic. I've got paddles here on the steering wheel. Around town it's great. I will be honest with you, because I am a hardcore die-hard petrol head, I prefer the manual. I just feel like that's proper old school fun. But if you don't want a manual, if you just want a car that's an everyday fun to drive in traffic, like realistic guys, let's be realistic. There's some hectic traffic in South Africa, and you don't want to be sitting there working the clutch when you're doing 2Ks an hour stuck on the N1, now do you? No. This auto's great. I mean, it's really quick through the gears. Personally, like I said, I would prefer a manual. Powering this thing though is a little 1.4 turbo, so it's the booster jet motor. Produces 103 kilowatts and 230 newton meters of torque. 0 to 100 is 8 seconds. It's not some ridiculous like 3-second 4MATIC A45 kind of thing, but then again, you can probably buy 4 of these for the price of that. I don't know, my maths is not so good, but what I know is this little car is so much fun. I really enjoyed my time with it. It's not only quite sporty to look at thanks to some aggressive bumpers, nice little sports side skirts, and the rear's got a nice little diffuser with 2 big tailpipes on each end. The car looks sporty, especially in this nice blue with the black roof and all the black bits. I would, however, prefer bigger wheels, or even if they just added some spacers on. I feel like the rear wheels are too recessed, and there's a bit of a gap. I don't like it. I think bigger wheels or spacers. But I mean, it hasn't really affected handling or anything, just from a visual aspect. Here on the inside, also really nice. Look, some hard plastics all over the show, but it's a Swift. I mean, it is what it is. You don't interact with these. Everything that you interact with though, like this nice flat bottom sports steering wheel, it's got some leather on it. All your controls for your cruise control, your media functions, and your phone and everything are on here. It's very easy to use. There's a nice infotainment screen here which you can connect your phone to. Aircon buttons and climate control buttons are quite easy to use. These seats, these are nice sports seats, and these are great. These offer comfort and support. They're really nice. There's some legroom at the back here. It's a little hatchback, and there is a decent boot as well for your things. And I mean, it's just a great little car. It does everything nicely, and because it's the Sport, you can have just that much more fun. It's a great little car, this, really. And I think if you are in the market for something that is relatively quite quick, it's extremely fun to drive, it's practical, it's relatively light on fuel. I mean, I've been hammering this thing around for a week, and I'm sitting at 7 liters per 100 kilometers, which is not bad at all, considering how I've been driving it. I've been driving it like a boy racer, and it has returned an exceptional experience. It really is a great little thing, this. I absolutely adore it. And I think that by adding the auto, Suzuki's just made it appeal to a wider audience. Oh yeah. You know what's great about it as well is it has a bit of a naturally aspirated feel. Like there's a turbo, but it revs all the way to 6.5, and it sings at the top. Little vibrations. It's like a little Jack Russell. Anyways, guys, that's my short video on this new Suzuki Swift Sport with the auto box. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.